guys, a long time no see. Welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. Today we're going to be building a restaurant in the heart of Tomarang. I wanted to create a restaurant specifically because I felt like the apartments that were here previously were a little bit of an eyesore. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the architecture. I actually thought they were quite nice inside, but this part of Tomarang just kind of feels like it should be more city-esque, I guess. Like, I really wanted to kind of build on the density of this area. So what I decided to do was pull out a shell from debug or live mode, whatever you want to call it, and build upon it. And I love doing this because I myself am not somebody who's super comfortable in their building shoes just yet. Like, thank you to everybody who says I can build, but I can to an extent. Like, I can do like little micro mini builds or just smaller builds. I'm not really somebody who's comfortable with big build yet, but I like the idea of bigger builds, you know? So this little shell technique that I've been doing lately is a great way to kind of experiment with the look of a bigger build, but not necessarily have to commit to making it, if that makes sense. So this particular restaurant is going to be called Taka Sol. It's owned by the Bun Ma household here in Tomarang. They're a family that actually came with the Sims 4 for Rent expansion. I haven't played around with them very much, but in my early access videos with Jezebel, I ran into Bun Ma, which is the like elderly lady of the household. Unfortunately, I'm playing in that same save, so she has since passed away, but I wanted this to be a restaurant that kind of carried on her legacy. So this restaurant is owned by the Bun Ma family, and it's just a cozy little quaint hole in the wall. You probably wouldn't think twice about it if you were a tourist who came to Tomarang. Like, you would see the exterior and probably keep walking, but little do you know, it's like a local fan fave. Like, the locals always come here to grab the most authentic Tomarang cuisine. Even though, yes, there is the night market, it's full of tourists, it's full of like just the hustle and bustle, and sometimes it's nice to go into a little hole in the wall restaurant and sit down with your meal. And so I wanted to kind of, you know, emulate that a little bit with this build, and I love it. I love it so much. But let me just tell you, I've had my handful of issues. Oh my God, the Sims 4 for Rent will be the death of me. But let me talk about the build, and we'll talk about Jen's struggles here in just a second. So you can pretty much see I have wrapped up the exterior. I'm adding in some of those beautiful wall decals that kind of add a little bit of dirt and grime. I love those. The ones that came with the Sims 4 for Rent expansion are definitely top tier. And then if you own like the vampire stuff pack or even the basement treasures kit, I feel like there's another pack that also has them in there. I'm not 100% sure. Is it City Living? I'm not quite certain, but if you have all those, like, you can really use these decals to give so much personality and so much character to a build. So I'm really happy that they keep implementing those into the different packs. But so anyways, I pretty much got the exterior nailed down. I just tried to blend it in with the rest of the shell, and I think it definitely came out pretty good. I love it. It definitely feels like it's its own thing, but it doesn't stick out too much. And then I'm just kind of figuring out how I want to lay this out. So for this particular restaurant, we first started off with using Carl's Dine Out Reloaded mod, or is it Dine Out Reloaded? You know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't, but if you do, we started off with that in mind because I really wanted this to be like a self-serve restaurant. You come in, nobody has to seat you. You can pick your own table. You go and you order at the order beacon, and then you pick up your food right at the chef's window. That's what I wanted to do, but then I was having so many issues with my mods that I wasn't sure if it was actually Carl's mod that was having an issue with my sim not making anything at the chef's table. Like, everything else worked out perfectly, but when they were at the chef's station, there was nothing in their hands. Like, they were frying up invisible food, and I'm like, what's going on? And I still haven't quite figured it out, but it is a mod conflict. It's absolutely not Carl's mod. And so I decided to scrap that idea of using mods, and then I just went the traditional route. So unfortunately, this isn't a self-serve restaurant. It can be if you do Carl's Dine Out mod, which I kind of want to do a review because you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. Self-serve, Jen, what? Like, what do you mean? I do want to do a review on that. I'm very late, but I definitely would like to do that for you guys so you can have a better understanding of what I'm doing. Also, with that mod, you can own this restaurant. So if you yourself are playing with the Bun Ma household, you could have them come here and take the orders, seat the customers, make the dishes. You really could have a lot of fun with this build. And yeah, I'll have to show you you guys what I'm talking about a little bit later on, but I love Carl's Dine Out mod. So yeah, that's the little order beacon. Like literally your Sims would come up and order it right there and then get their meals and sit down. But I decided to add in 2 little dinettes, like nothing too crazy. I think there's like 3 seats at a table. I wanted to keep the interior very small, very cozy, very quaint. Originally, I was going to make it kind of grimy, a little sketchy to eat at, but then I just kind of had fun with like decorating and playing with all the little decor objects that came with the expansion. And I don't know, I decided to put a little more effort than I originally, not effort necessarily, but I decided to make it prettier than what I had originally envisioned. And adding in a window here was kind of a weird take. Like, why would you add a window in? But at night, that particular window will illuminate, and so it looks kind of cool. Also, there are a ton of buildings here in Seattle that face each other rather close like that. So it's not really uncommon in the city to have a window facing a window. It's inconvenient, but it's not uncommon. And so I wanted there to be just one more place to sit. So on the exterior, you'll see me do this here in a little bit later, or here in a little bit. I decided to put in like a little patio diner, like dinette, like diners area. Anyways, it has been 2 whole weeks since I have recorded, so I am stumbling and fumbling all over my words. I do apologize for that, but hopefully you can get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. Also, just to kind of tie into some of the issues that I've had and why I've been gone for 2 weeks. The biggest thing is I've been having a lot of issues with my mods. I don't know what the heck is going on, but I know that this expansion has just annihilated them. So there's that. And then also, I don't know if you guys are having this issue, but anytime that I have tried to convert this particular lot into anything other than a residential rental, the game immediately snaps it back. Like it'll snap it right back to a residential rental. So when I go to the map view, it shows that it's a residential rental, but it functions as a restaurant. It's very bizarre. Let me know if you're having that issue in the comments down below, but we're wrapping up towards the end of the build here. And even though this is a tiny teensy little space, I just love how it's decorated. Like I cannot wait for Jezebel, right? Jezebel and her man Cheyenne to come here for maybe some brunch or like a little late afternoon snack or something of the sort. I really love this restaurant, and I hope that I'm able to figure out some of the issues that I'm having with my mod compatibility so that I can have my Sims come and dine here. But you guys should not have any issues. This is completely CC free. It will be available on the gallery at Gen2606 if you're interested. And I really don't think I have anything else to say about the build. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. At the moment, we are just kind of decorating the front of the shell. I like to do this so that it doesn't look like it's just sitting there. Like I like to, breathe a little life into these shells and make it look like they function, but they don't. And the reason why I've decided to use shells instead of actually building up this area is A, I've already told you, not much of a big builder, but B, when I'm playing in like an isolated building, I don't like to see what is going on in the rest of the buildings, especially because we can't have multi-functioning properties where we have like bars and restaurants and apartments or even retail lots for that matter. Anyways, there's one last thing that I wanted to share with you guys before I wrap up this video, and that is that I have decided to introduce memberships to the channel. Essentially, when you become a member of the channel, you'll get access to emotes, exclusive polls, private community posts, and you'll even get a badge next to your username that will age with you as your membership continues. If you want to see what that looks like, you can just hit the join button. You'll also see all the different perks that the tier offers. I'm only doing 1 tier for now. I might expand on this in the future, but we're gonna start here and just see where it takes us. I guess I figured maybe doing memberships would allow me to connect more one-on-one with a lot of you. I love my community, and I know you guys love me. You love supporting me, and becoming a member of the channel absolutely does just that. And so thank you in advance if you do decide that you want to become a member of the channel. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead and comment and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I will see you all next time.